Learn to instruct your spirit. Learn to give your spirit codes of instruction to work with. Your spirit is like computer that require your instruction to perform tasks. Ụfọdụ ndị na-eme sọsọ ife ha ma gbasara ịgọ mmụọ maọbụ ịgọ ọfọ is about mmụọ nye m ego, mmụọ nye m di. What mmụọ require most from you is code of instruction with which to operate. You are the one to instruct your spirit. You know why? You have active will, active free will. You act and your spirit reacts. If you don't learn to instruct yourself, instruct your spirit will be running on automatic program already installed. And these automatic programs may not be in alignment with your desire. If you do not instruct your spirit will not do anything for you. It will just be running an automatic program that have been installed over the years by religion, by the society and all that, because the subconscious mind is always running on program. If you don't deliberately give your subconscious mind, which is your spirit, why I say your subconscious mind is your spirit is that it is the subconscious mind that dominantly overrule ihe niile na-eme na ndụ mmadụ. If you don't deliberately instruct this your subconscious mind, it will be running on programs suggested by others, by other human beings. You can imagine when you are not the person in charge of your life, when your life is run by other people's opinion, which they impute in your own mind. Oh, well, a friend of mine, something media, and he was like speaking to his ezumezu, his awu. Why had you another the king have mayor? Yeah, my response on what from awu. How about your pop and plain? You never instructed us. You never instructed us. Emma, yesterday I got a morning about people who name over Sabi. Praying for people that did not ask you to pray for them. Oh, busybody, over Sabi. You are praying and you are praying for people that did not ask you to pray for them, mentioning their name in your prayers. Oh, busybody now, over Sabi. I got a morning. Now, such attitude is spiritual offense. Before you pray for anybody, let the person seek for it. Let the person authorize you to pray for them. It has spiritual principle and law. Even spirits themselves They respect that principle. Spirit themselves, they respect that principle to the core. Gwa na onwe gị nọ ị na-ekpe ekpere na-akpọ afọ onye na-agbaghọ gị kpere ya ekpere. Ị na-egbu onwe gị. Spirits no dey do over sabi. If you no tell them anything, if you don't tell them to do anything for you, they will just be looking at you. They don't mind na-ene gị dakpuo n'ime ọnụnụ sụọ isi suju isi gị adọna. They have the capability, the capacity to save you. But you didn't instruct them. They'll just be there. And then you face your fate. That is, ihe anụnwa bụ nature principles. Mmụọ respects it. Gụwa bụ mmadụ, why won't you respect it? Abịa m nye that teaching, some people no na-akọ nonsense. I was just laughing. Thinking that spirituality is about sentiment. Does it mean that I cannot pray for my siblings? That before I pray for my brothers and sisters, I will now have to seek their permission first? Who gave you that responsibility to pray for them? Did they ask you? Are they under your care and authority? So, if you don't instruct your spirit, don't expect your spirit to do anything for you. About these daily practice of a golf. This is where the secret lies. If you practice daily golf, what you are simply doing is that you are daily instructing your spirit you are giving your spirit every day the instruction to work with for that day. That is what daily golf does. Every day golf, you are instructing your spirit on the things to do for that day, for you. That instruction is very, very important. Upon the daily practice of ego, for you are doing yourself. It is when you don't instruct your spirit, that is when any human being anywhere will now take over the steering of your life from you. The person will now be in charge, steering your life to the direction, the way, and the manner he or she wants. Because you are not in charge. If you don't instruct your spirit, you are not in charge of your life. You will now be reactive, reacting to the instructions of other people. Like when they don't know, like in the anụ a na-agwọrọ mmadụ nsị, ndị a na-agwọrọ mmadụ ọgwụ, agwọ ọgwụ ka e wee megide mmadụ, agwọ ọgwụ ka mmadụ ya na-ada na-aga n'iru, agwọ ka m gwa gị, the reason those ọgwụ are working in your life is because you don't give your spirit alternative instruction to work with. Therefore, your spirit now rely on the instruction given by other people. Because onye a na-agwọrọ gị ọgwụ ka ife ya na-ada na-agara gị, ka ya na-anụ na di, ka business ya na-ada na-aga, ka ụzọ ego ka ọ kwụchie. The person is only giving instruction. The person calls your chi because onye a na-eme ihe ahụ ọwa afa gị ka ọ na-agba. Igbo sị na akpọ onye afa ya chi ya aza. So the person calls your name and begin to instruct your chi. Onye a bụ data ọgwụ. So ọ na-insult zi chi gị, ọ na-use some materials that also help him or her to communicate what he or she want or desire in your life. Onye a bụ those things ịkpọrọ ọgwụ. O weta nke maybe eke ma ọ bụ whatever. Otu ọ bụla o sizi wee mịa. But the important thing is that the person called your name. By calling your name, chi gị ka ọ na-akpọ. And ka ọ kpọrọ afa gị, chi gị za. The person begin to instruct your chi. the person na-ewe gbachi gị na ịma nga n'iru biznes ka ọ kụchie na ịma nnu dị na nke a ama mme na nke a ama mme, the person na-ebido kwuo okwu ọjọọ n'isi gị. Instruction ka ọ na-enye n'uchi gị na instruction. And because na ngị nwa na onwe gị, you have not installed in your chi a counter instruction. Therefore, that instruction onye ahụ na-enye will be working. Your chi will automatically key into it and it will be working. I know that your mind is telling you now, like, why will my chi accept to such thing? Why will my chi accept to somebody na agwara against me? Why can't my chi fight for me? I have already told you, your chi cannot fight for you when you have not instructed your chi. Igbo si na onye gba nkịtị, chi ya agba nkịtị. Na ọ gbara nkịtị, kpere ekpe. Onye ekpe, chi ya ekpe. Ị na-aghọta ihe m na-agwa gị? And na ọ gbara nkịtị kpere ekpe. And ebe ọ na ịgbara nkịtị, meaning that na n'ikpere n'ife onye ahụ na-ekwu, your chi have no other option than to agree. Chi ga-ekpete n'ihe onye ahụ kwuru. Those instructions onye ahụ nyere arụba ọrụ n'isi gị, rụba ọrụ na ndụ gị, free na afịa na ndụ gị. Business akụchie everywhere. Your life will be messed up. The worst thing ga-eme mmadụ n'ụwa is to allow your life to be running on the program installed by other human beings, because it can never be in your favor. Now, I want to tell you something. Some people nọ n'ụwa, onwe ka ịgwọ ọrụ ha ọgwụ ọjọọ ka ọ rụọ ọrụ. You know the reason? The reason abụrụkwa na ha agwọrọ ndagbu iyi. No, ha agwọghọ ndagbu iyi. The reason abụrụ na ha agwọrọ ọgwụ kanye n'ahụ that will now neutralize your own ọgwụ. No. The reason is simply that they are in charge of their own spirit. Their spirits have been programmed by them to work according to their own instruction and not the instruction of another human being. They program their spirit. To program your spirit is not other thing than giving instruction to your spirit. Ka m gwa gị, ịpụta ụtụtụ ọbụla, deliberately and consciously instruct your chi, your spirit, ezumezu mmụọ nsọ gị, instruct them that no human being, ọ bụ nwoke ọ bụ nwanyị, amụrụ ya n'eke, amụrụ ya n'orie, amụrụ ya n'afọ, amụrụ ya na nkwọ, that can ever say anything or determine anything that will happen in your life. No one after. As I'm getting intentionally and consciously speak to your spirit. Tell your spirit, tell your chi, okozu ezumezu gị niile gbafa. The instruction niile enye ha today bụ na o nweghọ any human being, whether ma ọ bụ nwoke ọ bụ nwanyị, amụrụ ya n'eke, amụrụ ya n'orie, amụrụ ya n'afọ, amụrụ ya na nkwọ, that will ever say anything and it will come to manifest in your life. Give your spirit such instruction. Enwekwala other instructions, enwekwala other codes of instruction mmadụ na-enye mmụọ ya. Onye ahụ adị formidable, mana mmekwu everything here. Ka m gwakwa gị, ifuru ihe anụ a na-asị, na onye awa occult person, na onye a mere a na-agwọrọ ya ọgwụ ọda work, na onye awa occult person, na onye a mere nke nwanne ji eme, nke nwanne ji eme, na onye awa occult person, gịnị bụ occultism? It is about spiritual knowledge and principles. Living by spiritual knowledge and the principles. Onye a na-asị na ọwa occult person, it simply means that the person have deep spiritual knowledge which common people don't have. And that knowledge set the person apart from the crowd. And the Shaitan is in man that you can work make different or one make carry the level of your knowledge. Maybe your knowledge is the word you get the wife. So the person you are seeing as an occult person may to the level of knowledge young mellow. And the knowledge young melody very high about spirituality. All what are divine principles, spiritual principles of man, and then there is keyed into those principles. I go on that. If any human being that is living by spiritual principle, if for such a person, in our body you are wasting your time. In a tick against the person. You are wasting your time. Even that alosia in a tick self will turn against you. It's a no war against the person. You are wasting your time. It's a no charge. You will make that the person. You are wasting your time because more wugaho, majagaho, malosigaho, machigi self, including yourself. You are all subject to the principle on which the person is operating on. So that is the reason when he melonia ga work. Instruct your spirit with the right instruction. On your daily practice of a golf. Daily practice of a golf is not about more because any dream more because chime because any dream ego. When you instruct your spirit with the right codes, if all those things say each other, they will now be falling in place naturally on their own. We have a Bible now so that now seek first the kingdom and every other thing will be added. What your spirit need, give the right code, give the right instruction to your spirit. Instruction will get you more operate. And once you do that, every other thing will just be falling in place. Because the reason why you are born if the reason why you are born could be that your life is running by the program installed by other people. Oh, some people are baptizing my balama for mama will only go over Nissim. Guinea bob. It is simply that somebody giving instruction to your spirit. The person will have when you give instruction, and the only reason that instruction is happening, is operating, is active in your life, is that you have not given your chi a counter instruction. When they are actual imebi ogwu, it has not emebi ogwu. In a leba na emebi ogwu. Ana akpakọta ngwongwo na ngwongwo niile juru n'ụwa na-anachi imebi ogwu. And this man they'll just sit back and I'll start asking, ogwu anachi imebi, what is it actually? Ogwu anachi imebi is that na somebody bịara wete nka, wete nka, wete mgbọrọgwụ nka, wete afịfịa nka, wete anụmanụ nka, wete nka, wete nka. Maybe sie ya n'ọkụ ma ọ ṅaa ya n'ọkụ ma ọ mee whatever, and then kwuo okwu n'ime ya, gbaa afa gị kwuo okwu na ya. That is just the ogwu. And ihe ahụ onye ahụ mere, what it is called, what it is actually giving your instruction. The person by those things so mellow is just, no matter if onye ahụ jizi wee mie, ihe onye ahụ mellow bụ simple giving instruction to your spirit. Because once the person kpọrọ your name, your spirit responds. Mana ọ bụrụ na the person kpọrọ your name to instruct your spirit wee bịa, wee gee ntị na instruction onye ahụ na-enye, o wee bụrụ na ngịnwa na onwe gị You have already deliberately and consciously installed a program in your spirit that counters if do you know what your spirit will do? Yes, the person but your spirit is our. Mana oge your spirit bịa gee ntị the instruction onye ahụ na-enye your spirit a na-afụta n'ime onwe ya that there is already existing a counter program. Onye ahụ bụ virus ka ọ na-create to install in your spirit, but you already have antivirus kala aka kpọchiri akpọchi installed in your spirit. So your spirit bịa ogecha ntị ihe onye ahụ na-ekwu, ọ sị na onye a na-akọ nọnsens, ọ ghara onye ahụ jewa onye ahụ gwachaa dị ọgwụ ọma ndị ile, and onye ahụ ṅụọ iyi ọgwụ ahụ alụkwawa ọrụ n'isi gị. Do you know what will happen? Onye ahụ agbaala. Agwara m ọnụ na kwa sị na o nwere asụsụ ndị mmadụ na-ada asụ asị na ọ bịara egbu mgbu onwe ya abụla ajọ ọgwụ, na ọ bụla ajọ ọgwụ ọ bịara egbu mgbu onwe ya na ọ bụ, mana ezi nwa ya na-edo na-agwa gị dat na ọ bịara egbu mgbu onwe ya blood ọgwụ atọ to start with. Ọ bịara egbu mgbu onwe ya to start with ọ blood ọgwụ. Ọ bịara egbu mgbu onwe is simply living by divine spiritual principle. Onye ahụ dị authentic ọ bịara egbu mgbu onwe. Ihe a na ha akọwara gị na onye ahụ na-create that antivirus to install in your spirit. Your spirit wee gaa dị anụcha nonsense ọ na-akọ wee fụta that na n'ime onwe ya that you nke nwa you have already installed a very powerful antivirus that counters ife ahụ onye ahụ na-eme. Your spirit ga-agbakọta onye ahụ azụ jewa, and that person ṅụọ iyi, that is mgbe your spirit gbakọtara onye ahụ azụ jewarụ dị ọgwụ ama nrụzi ọrụ, then o nwere ike onye ahụ na-emezi gragra ehomi ga-agwọrọ onye ọgwụ ọma ndụ ọrụ, ọ ṅụọ iyi na ọgwụ anụ ọ ga-arụrịrị ọrụ n'isi gị. Do you know what it will result to? Ọ ga-agba the person ala. Ọgwụ ahụ onye ahụ na-agwọ, because what the person will now do is that the person will go back and try to fortify the ọgwụ the more, and at the end of the day what will happen? A ga-enwe counter result. The person na-agwọ that ọgwụ ahụ o nwere ihe ọzọ ga-eme na abụlọ na ọ ga-agba ala ma ọ bụ na ọ nwụrụ. And when this happen, some people will now be saying, hey, ọ na-agwọgbu onwe ya na-egwọgburu onwe gị n'ọgwụ, onye gwọrọ gị ọgwụ anụ ọgwụ ga-esike ike, onwe ha ọgwụ ịgwọrọ. You are just living by principle. You have mastered the code, the art of instructing your own spirit. You can even instruct your spirit that your spirit must never even respond to that person, let alone reject them. Hi. Ezi nwa ya ekwuchara ife niile. Let me stop here. Ọkwa na onye nwere ntị ya aghọta ife, onye nwere uche nwere ntị nwere uche ga-aghọta ihe ezi nwa na-ekwu. Mmụọ adị ekwu ka mmadụ. Onye mere mfụ ya na-agwọ ọgwụ. Agwa m people, ịgwọ ọgwụ will only make you lazy. Your mind will be lazy, your spirit will be lazy. That is what ịgwọ ọgwụ will do for you. Ịgwọ ọgwụ makes you lazy. Your mind will be lazy, your spirit will be lazy. Ịgwọ ọgwụ. Because instead of you to awaken these powers within you, they will all be lying, sleeping, while your mind and the heart is set on ọgwụ. Ịgwọ ọgwụ the most useless, nonsensical, foolish thing any human being ga-eme. As an ịgwọ ọgwụ for protection, I'm not talking of ịgwọ ọgwụ maka ahụike. I'm talking of mmadụ nọkịta ọsị na-egwọ ọgwụ for protection. Ọ bịara egbu m. Unless it's coming into armed forces, security, and all these things whereby you need some amulet to help because you are always in the battlefield. Minus that, that you are just a normal human being living, and same thing I work for protection against again. Anyway, come kwụsịgodo ebe a. Ezi nwaanyị edoka ịnọdụ onye. Tata bụ nkwasaraka. We just finished with today's on. Another nkwasaraka is coming up in the next 4 days. Be part of it. Be part of our every nkwasaraka. And be blessed. Chat me on WhatsApp on 08032477868. My name is Ezinwa Anedo. I come for the total restoration of ordinary Omenala Igbo. From today, begin to instruct your spirit. Thank you.